I'm a first generation Indian immigrant, meaning I was born in India and moved to the United States with my family when I was very young. This video is a kind of social archive of a community I identify with. Everyone I've interviewed is international of some sort, and I've asked them to talk to me about how their experience as international students or children of immigrants has affected the way they see life in the United States.
I'm an international student from Kuwait, and yeah, this is my first time here.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a first generation college student. Both my parents immigrated from Mexico. I was born here in Southern California.
I was actually born in the United States, so I'm not really an immigrant, but I am the daughter of immigrants.
I'm a first generation Indian guy, so my parents were born and raised in India, and then me and my brother were born and raised here.
I consider myself as Korean because I was born in Korea and I lived there for 7 years, and I mostly lived in the States.
So I'm Anis. I'm an international student from Tunisia. I think most people don't know what that is, so that's in North Africa, close to Europe, but still in Africa. And that's why people think I shouldn't be white for some reason. So that's one of the most things I found surprising when I came here. I think it's I kind of expected that people wouldn't know about my country because it's a small country and you don't hear about it in the news, but I expected more people to know about it after our revolution 3 years ago. I thought that was an important event in the news.
I had to shorten my name to make it meaningless in its original language, just to make it easier for other people to pronounce. It's okay. It's okay. I'm here, and this is the predominant language, predominant culture, so it's okay for me to change my name. But what kind of ticks me off is when I say where I'm from, and people are like, "Is that a small town in Mexico?" Like, the lack of awareness of the rest of the world really.
The one time that I ever had racism, I mean, not the one time, but the most extreme experience of racism, in the aggressive way, not casual racism, was my family and I were at dinner with some other family members, and and it was a Thai restaurant, and this older white woman walked in and saw us and started screaming, cursing. She was not drunk. Screaming and cursing about going back to your country and leave us alone, blah 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 blah, out of nowhere. And she was directing her words at my aunt and at my little cousin, a child. And we had to call the police. So that was the most aggressive racism. And then in terms of casual racism, you get stuff like people saying, "What kind of Indian are you? This kind or this kind?" which means nothing.
First grade, I brought something that we call Parasadam, and in our language, or just in India, which is yogurt and rice. And I find it's my favorite thing in the world. It's my comfort food. And so I bring it with me to first grade in the cafeteria, and all of a sudden this teacher, an American teacher, she comes up to me and she's just like, "What is that?" And I'm a first grader, don't really know what to say to her, so I just kind of give her a glance. I'm like, "Nothing."
My first language was Spanish, so I didn't start learning English and kind of the white American kind of culture until I started school, and it was for me different because it was something that I had never experienced before, and just growing up, it was very strange to me, and I don't think I actually I saw how big of an impact it was going to make in my life until I came to college, because back home 90% of the population is some kind of Hispanic or Latino. They have some kind of that background. And so coming here, it's been very drastic because it has come to my attention that I am a minority, and it's something that I hadn't really experienced before.
The most important thing is coming from Africa. People think that I shouldn't be white. I think I got that from 2 or 3 people. And when I tell people that I'm from Africa, I got one woman who told me, "Oh my God, that's so exotic." So I didn't know how to deal with it, but I guess I didn't see that it should be a problem. I'm the only Tunisian here on campus, so I think of it as a mission to tell people what my country is and introduce my culture. So it shouldn't be a problem. But I definitely heard some weird stuff.
I feel something from my parents, because most Asian parents are really strict about the educations and the academics. If I get a B in, let's say, film class, they're gonna be mad at me. They're gonna kill me, you know. But then in here, I get more freedom and get support from everybody. Even if I fail the course, they're like really encourage me all the time. So that's like the most difference that I feel after I moved to the States.
And I have an older brother that graduated from college, and he was the first one in my entire family, from my cousins and extended family, that was able to graduate college, and I followed into his footsteps. And our goal or my parents' goal and my family's goal in sending us to college is so that when we graduate and get a career, we could financially help my parents, because it's hard for them to kind of find a job and get a good career, because they are illegal immigrants that don't speak English, and they are getting older. So that is kind of our goal in us getting an education and getting a career, so that we can later help them when they are unable to work anymore, and that kind of thing.
It's definitely a challenge to at first. I came here on my own. I never visited the U.S. before coming to college, so it wasn't easy to take all the planes and then sleep in the airport. It was fun, definitely, but it wasn't easy to get used to. And I'm still trying to figure out everything, but for now I think I'm much more comfortable in my environment than I was the first day I got here. Yeah, just get to know Tunisia. It's a great country. If you have any questions, just ask me. Like, seriously, that would be great. I think there's another Tunisian coming next year, so I'm very excited about my experience in college, and I hope I will be able to share what I have and learn a lot from this country.
I might have gotten the same exact education back home, but this experience definitely made me grow a lot more than I would have back home. I wouldn't have grown this much, definitely not. Yeah.
Growing up, I had a huge identity complex between, am I American or Indian? Because I don't speak my language, so I'm not really Indian. But then sometimes I have an accent, and I have, certain customs that just are not American at all, so it's that too. Not really sure of what I would identify as. It's different.
I think I'll say I will go with Indian American, in that I am Indian in my culture, something I guess in beliefs to an extent. I'm a Hindu. I really like Indian food, but I was born here, I was raised here, and I have a lot of the same ideals that people have here as well. So I would say Indian American and proud of it. So
I am kind of forgetting my native language, but still, I consider myself as Korean because my parents are Korean, and I do speak Korean, and I have some Korean friends and whatever. I think I have a little spiritual thing going on as Korean, so I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of complicated though.
Because Spanish was my first language, I have a harder time with English sometimes. But because I didn't fully learn English as well as if I had been born in Mexico, I have a harder time with Spanish as well. So having both languages, yes, I am bilingual, but I have a hard time with both languages, and I don't have a full grasp in either one of the languages. So that's kind of tough for me, because I'm too white to be Mexican, but I'm too Mexican to be white. So it's kind of that debate of I don't really know where I identify. I'm kind of 50-50 as opposed to having really one identity over the other.
I didn't come here with a lot of expectations that it's going to be easy, so it was different. It's a lot of moving pieces of trying to figure out how people think and how to interact with people around here. I found a lot of cultural differences, I think, but I got used to it, and as time goes by, I think we just learn how to cope with all the differences and live together, because it shouldn't be a problem.
We're all kind of, at least from my perspective, we're all ABCDs, and just how we accommodate to that is going to be different, but each one has their own benefits, their own ups and downs, and it's each person's own adventure and how it goes.
Define ABCD for Canada.
ABCD is American Born Confused Daisy, and I will say that I am one.